Good morning, everybody. In the previous class, we stopped at basic properties of the electric charges, and we already covered charge additive. Second property is charge is conserved. This is where we stopped. And once again, visualize these points. Charge is additive. Charge is additive means total charge is sum of the charges added to it. Algebraic sum of the charges added to the object. And charge is conserved means constant. Charge is constant. This is where we stopped in the previous class. We are going to start from there onwards. Charge is conserved. Charge is conserved means for isolated system total charge is constant. For isolated system, total charge is constant. During electrification, charge is transferred from one object to other object. But we are not creating the charge, we are not destroying the charge. That is nothing but conservation of charge. Conservation of charge during electrification. Charge is transferred from one object to other, but total charge is constant. Before electrification and after electrification, total charge remains a constant. That means in this process, charge is neither created nor destroyed. Charge is neither created nor destroyed, but only transferred from one object to other object. That is nothing but charge is constant. Total charge remains constant before electrification and after electrification. And related to the triboelectricity, when you are taking the glass rod coupled with the silk cloth, glass rods rubber with silk cloth. Glass rod loses the electrons, silk gets the electrons, excess charges. Already it has electron, this also has electron. But initially glass is neutral, the silk cloth is also neutral. But after rubbing, some electrons are transferred from glass rod to silk. Losing electrons makes the glass rod positive, and silk cloth gets negative charge because of the excess electrons. If two positive charges are lost, the two electrons are lost, then glass rod gets two positive charges, electron gets two negative charges. So charge of the glass rod Q1 is B. Two electrons lost means two protons are excess here, means plus 2 times E. And the silk cloth has got two electrons extra, becomes minus 2 times electron charges. But if you take the total charge, Q total is equals to Q1 plus Q2, which is equals to plus 2E minus 2E, which is equals to 0. Total charge is 0. Previously they were neutral. Both were neutral. Total charge is 0. Now also total charge is 0. Therefore, this is nothing but conservation of the charge. This system is collection of the objects. Here we take the system of the two objects. One is glass, another one is a silk. Isolated means what? Except these two, no other object is there here to take the charges. So charges are transferred only within these two objects only. This is called the system of the objects and system of glass and silk system we call it. In this case, total charge remains constant before electrification and after electrification. And other example, if you see in the nuclear reactions, inside the nucleus we have neutrons and protons. If the neutron number is very large compared to proton number like uranium, thorium, radium, etc., in such cases the excess number of neutrons are converted into protons. And the neutron do not have charge. Its charge is 0. And proton has a charge positive. Whenever the neutron is converted into proton, it produces an electron E minus. And one more particle called as antineutrino. This is called as an antineutrino. This is a neutron and proton, electron. This electron is also called as the beta minus particles. And the antineutrino. Actually, inside the nucleus, electrons are not there, but they are produced during this reaction. It is called a nuclear reaction. Electrons are actually outside the nucleus, but electrons electrons are produced from inside the nucleus whenever the neutron number is very large compared to the proton number. Some neutrons are converted into protons. During this process of nuclear reaction, neutron, no charge, means neutral initial. Later produce the proton, positive charge, electron, negative charge, plus minus. Both have equal magnitude charge but unlike charges. Plus minus becomes equal to 0. Neutrino, this antineutrino and also neutrino, this is called the antiparticle of the neutrino, and its negligible mass, not zero mass, but the charge is 0, neutral particle is. That means zero charge. This is a bar indicating opposite particles. Antiparticle means opposite particles. Some properties are similar, some properties are different from the actual particles. Like electron also has an antiparticle called as a positive. Electron minus charge, positive has a plus charge, same mass, everything property is same, only charge is opposite. Similarly, proton has an antiproton, minus charge. This happens inside the nucleus or outside the nucleus when neutron is converted into protons, called as the disintegration of the neutron. Similarly, proton can be converted into neutrons. Neutron is slightly heavier than the protons. Proton is smaller mass, but still proton can be converted into heavier particle by absorbing some energy inside the nucleus. Neutron disintegration takes place inside or outside also possible, but proton disintegration takes place only inside the nucleus, or not every time. And outside the nucleus, proton is stable; it won't disintegrate. Proton converted into neutron. Proton has a positive charge. Neutron has a zero charge, neutral particles, and produces E plus. This is called as beta plus particles. This is also called as a positron. This electron, and this is a positron, and then neutrino is produced. This positron is an antiparticle of the electron, and charges if you check up before reaction, the positive charge, after reaction, positive charge, and same value, this no charge, here also no charge, electron charge plus, this also plus, both have the equal charge, equal to this magnitude also, same value, like charges will produce, plus before and after. So this is nothing but charge is conserved. Charge is same before and after the reactions. Next, third property. Third basic property of the charge is quantized. QUANTISED we can write, or ZED also we can write. SED is the England English that generally we follow in our textbooks. ZED is American English. Both are accepted. Quanta means packet of small acid. Term introduced by Einstein and Planck related for quantum theory. But quanta means is packets, some specific elements. You cannot get what I want, only specific elements are only available. And in the case of this electrification, the glass rod rubber with the silk, we discuss general examples. And silk. Electrons are transferred from the glass to silk. If one electron transferred, here you want to get here is -1. And here you get the 1 plus. 2 electrons transferred. If 2 electrons are transferred, it becomes 2 minus a plus. 3 electrons are transferred, 3. Again 4 electrons are transferred, -2. Always we are transferring only electrons. We cannot transfer half electron, 1.5 electron. No. You will get the only round figure of 1 electron transfer, 2 electrons transfer, 3 electrons. Means that integer number only to take. So according to this, charge is quantized. Total charge. Always we need to say charge you are giving means excess charge you take, because already they have the charge. Total charge of object is equal to integral multiples of electron charge. Integral multiples of electron charge. What is electron charge? E is equals to 1.602. Approximately we will take for atoms 1.6 only, and it will power of -19 coulombs. Electron only transferred from one object to other object during electrification. So total charge is nothing but equal to plus or minus NE. We can take plus or minus here, or we can take in terms of N also, plus or minus, where N is integer, and N takes the values plus or minus 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whereas E is the charge of electron already mentioned. N can be 0 also you can take. 0 if you are taking means this 0 into E becomes equal to 0, Q is 0. Whenever N equal to 0, Q becomes equal to 0, it is called as neutral bodies. In the case of the neutral object, it has equal number of the electrons and protons. Neutrons provide only mass or weight to the nucleus, they do not provide the charges. So here plus or minus we can take, if you don't mention here, you can take mention here also. What is this plus minus indicates is, if charges plus means indicates a losing of electrons. Charges negative means gaining of electrons. What about the mass in losing and gaining electrons? If you take the glass and silk, charge is lost from the glass which is present on the silk. So electrons are transferred. Electron mass is very very less. How much less is? The mass of the protons is approximately 1836 times mass of the electrons. Previous class I mentioned some 1000 plus something like that, but actually please correct that. It is 1836 times. Mass of the proton is 1836 times that of mass of the electrons. Okay, and previous I mentioned just 1000 something like that, but it is 18 means nearly 2000 times, very big. Proton is very this big means electron will be only this much, very small, 2000 approximately 2000. So here maybe mass is very small, but still if we consider that mass also, the silk mass will be increasing. So whenever the object is getting the negative charge, its mass increases. When the object gets a positive charge, getting positive charge is losing electron, its mass decreases. So positive charge mass decreases, getting electron mass increases. So in this case, plus, if you are taking the plus means what? Q is plus. Q is plus means losing electrons. Q is minus means gaining electrons. So during electrification, we transfer only the electrons, not positive charges or not protons. And this quantization property is more important even for the numericals. If you take the charge as 1 coulomb, then how many electrons will be transferred, whether lost or gained? If we are given examples, we will discuss later this. If you take the Q is equals to plus 1 coulomb, plus automatically indicates lost electrons. The number of electrons transferred will be Q equal to N into E. Number of electrons N equal to Q by E, which is Q is 1 coulomb and E is 1.602 or approximately I am writing 1.6 into the power of minus 90 coulombs. Coulomb units cancels. 1 by 1.6 if you calculate it will be 0.625 into 10 to the power of minus 90, take it to the numerator, becomes equal to plus 90. This can be modified with the decimal changing. N is equal to decimal point changing. So it is 0.25 into 10 to the power of 18 number of electrons. But here plus means lost for positive charge. This number you have to remember, it is very important one. It is required even for the all topics in the previous or future topics also you will get this number related topics. So number of electrons corresponding to 1 coulomb is 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. Okay. And plus or minus means if the plus you are given means this number of electrons are lost. If you are given charge as Q is equals to minus 1 coulomb they are given, then same number of electrons are gained. If they give the 2 times, if they give the minus 2 coulombs, means minus indicates electron gain. How many times is 2 into this number here? Example 2, if you take. If charge Q is equals to plus 2 nanocoulombs, find number of electrons gained or lost. Q is plus or minus plus 2 nanocoulombs given to the object. Find number of electrons gained or lost for the object. That means Q equal to Ne, but you are given the plus charge. And number if they mention plus 2 like that. If they mention number like this, if it is mentioned the plus number or minus number, if they mention that plus 2 like that, pass the charge. And if they don't mention anything, just number mentioned here, that's also positive only. Minus is specifically compulsory they mention as a negative charge. Now in this case we are taking a plus. Without mentioning this also, it is supposed to be plus. Q equal to Ne. You have to find out Ne. That Q is equals to 2 nanocoulombs. Number of electrons N is equals to Q by A, which is nothing but equal to 2 into nanocoulombs means nano means 10 to the power of minus 9 coulombs by charge of electron is 1.6 10 to the power of minus 9 coulombs cancels. The result is 2 into 1 by E. 1 by E value, you better remember that relation also. 1 by E itself is 6.25 and 10 to the power of 18. Better remember this number 1 by E values. The result becomes is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 9 into 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. Result is 2 into 6.25 is 12.50 into 10 to the power of minus 9 plus 18 is 9. Number of electrons. Positive is given. Lost. What? Positive charge. Okay. Micro means, if they give microcoulombs, 10 to the power of minus 6. Millicoulombs means 10 to the power of minus 9. Okay. Directly you can take the relationship of this is when you want to find out this, if it is given as a 3 minus 3 microcoulombs if they give you. What is the number of electrons corresponding? This means you can take directly as minus 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 1 coulomb relation. 1 coulomb already we know how many electrons is 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. Directly you can take the multiplication of 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb value, number of electrons 6.2 to the power of 18 into minus 3 into this number, multiplication number you are getting. So multiples micro mainly 30 becomes. That way you can calculate it for the problems. But for B3 purpose problems, if they ask for the 2 marks plus 1 mark means directly. 2 marks plus given means you must write the steps. So this formula compulsory to mention, and then you have to mention n equal to, and at the end you must mention electrons are lost or electrons are gained. Compulsory need to be mentioned. And this quantization term was first used in the electrolysis experiment by Faraday. Faraday used the term quantization of the charges, and also experimental verified by Millikan. And Millikan doing the experiment calculate the charge of the electrons. Next is sharing of the charges with the identical spheres. Sharing of charges with identical spheres. Metal spheres, okay. Or in content. This is important for the numerical aspects. Sharing of charges when identical metal spheres, identical, that means same size, same dimensions you take. Metal spheres means conductors you use. Any metals does not matter. What type of metal you are taking, iron, aluminum, what you are taking is material. All metals are the similar property like the electrostatics. Metal spheres are in contact, touching. Identical means same size you have to take. Same radius or same size. Metal spheres are taking one metal sphere and another metal sphere. Charge on this is Q1 is equals to plus 4 nanocoulombs per take. And Q2 is minus 8 nanocoulombs. Radius for this R, this is also R, same values. So this is before contact. After touching, what happens? Whenever they take the same size spheres, charges will be transferred from more number to less number. Okay. Size is important. If unequal sizes are there, that we are going to discuss the next topic only, not in this topic. In this topic, we are going to discuss only identical, means same size charge spheres. If the one sphere only charged, other one is not charged, then Q2 equal to 0. And what happens after contact is that Q total. We already told that when they touch it, charges will be transferred from one object to other object, but the total charge should remain constant. That means total charge will not change. So total charge is how much is Q total is equals to Q1 plus Q. Total charge should be same. but they are identical. So after touching, this is before touching. Before. But when they are touching both, the charges are transferred and they both get the equal charges. I'll take the charges on this as Q1 prime charge and this is Q2 prime. The total charge is divided into two parts for the two spheres. So total charge becomes this total charge is Q1 plus Q2 and new charges. New charges will be equal in both the identical spheres. That is Q1 prime will be equal to Q2 prime. How much it is? Total charge divided and shared for the two objects is equal. It becomes equal to Q total by number of spheres. Number of spheres here again is 2. 2 which is nothing but equal to Q1 plus Q2 by 2, which is equal to Q1 plus Q2 is plus 4 minus 8 nanocoulombs by 2. How much will be? 4 minus 8 is minus 4. This becomes equal to minus 4 nanocoulombs by 2. By 2 means it becomes equal to minus 2 nanocoulombs is the result. That means both will have equal to minus 2 nanocoulombs, minus 2 nanocoulombs. If you separate these two, the charge remains minus 2, minus 2. Previously plus minus attraction was there. Now both are getting the like charges. When you move it away, then what kind of force you find is repulsion force. Okay. So this is the sharing of the charges for the identical spheres. If I take instead of 2, if I take 3, then what I take is each identical sphere is 3. You need to have the charge equal to Q total by 3 only. If I take the 4 divided by 4, so we can take the new charges. New charges formula we can take is Q1 prime equal to Q2 prime for n objects you have taken is equals to Q total by n. N is nothing but equal to that is capital N. N is nothing but equal to number of spheres, identical spheres compulsory. Next point is charge given to soap bubble. Charge given to soap bubble. If I take the soap bubble made of the soap particles, molecules, it has a double layers inside and outside and it is flexible. If I take any other materials, no. If I give a charge to this, the charge will be repelled. I am giving 2 electrons. They get repelled, try to go to the angular distance, opposite sides will take. Any number of electrons, they are trying to go from each other. If the number of electrons exceeds some remainder, they jump out of the sphere. Because already minus there, if I had to put a more minus, no repulsion will be there. So beyond some particular limit, we cannot keep up. But that limit we discuss in the next later topics in the topic. In this topic at the end we can discuss that. Our next topic we are going to discuss that relation. How many electrons you can put on the particular metal spheres. So in this case, if you take this solid body, electrons will try to repel. Molecules which are the electrons are sticking, will try to move, but they cannot move easily because it is a solid, hard electrons. But whereas the soap bubble molecules, liquid molecules, they can easily flexible, they can easily move. So if you give the 2 electrons given to this, they try to go away. Molecules that are sticking to them, so what happens that soap bubble will be expanded. The result is, if you give the charges to this soap bubble, whether you give positive charge or negative charge, the result is increase in size. So, if charge is given to soap bubble, what happens is size of bubble increase for both plus or minus charges. Either you give positive charge or negative charge, the size of the bubble increases. Next is methods of electrification. Methods of electrification. What is electrification? Electrification we already discussed before. Adding the excess charge to the neutral object is called as electrification. Adding excess charge to the neutral object is called as electrification. There are 3 methods in that electrification, but you will be asked in the examination only one method. Second method, third method, we may ask only for the applications that were not for 3 months, etc. But till now that they didn't ask. They didn't answer, but they may ask that relation. Methods of electrification. One is electrification by induction. This only they are going to answer. Next is electrification by conduction. First one is without touch. Without touch. Second one is by touch. Third one is electrification by friction. By friction. This is called as a triboelectricity. Three methods.